Hey everyone, welcome back to Bobini Creates. My name is Jeannie, and in today's video I wanted to share some coloring plans for Mermay. And hear me out, I know this is the 10th of May, but I should have had this out already. But here's what happened. I had already colored two pictures of mermaids, and I decided I wanted to color more. I just was really in the spirit. And so I thought, you know what, let's go ahead and do that. I mean, hopefully, if you haven't colored many or if you want to color more, this will get you inspired. So, like, for example, last year I colored this one. I'm pretty sure it was last year. I just colored one for Mermay, and that's pretty much the way I roll with it. I don't make a whole month out of it, but I don't know what it is this month, but I'm just really feeling it. So I pulled out my books and thought we'd maybe take a look. So this one's really cute. I can just feel like this would be maybe a good one for Elm Colors. She has coloring the seasons, for her challenge for Mermay. Might be a really good, well, I could see it being summer or spring, really. That's a cute one. Um, this one would be a good one for coloring Bumblebee. One of her prompts is shell, so I thought that would be a good one. And it looks like something I'd really like to color. And then I think there was one more in here. Oh yeah, this one right here. And I'm going to leave these bookmarks in here because, I want to be able to pull from these, throughout the month. And then this one I thought was a very cute picture, and I could either do the background here or not. That's one thing that's kind of fun about these circle pictures. I feel like you can just keep them contained if you don't feel like you're up to a full background. So now I know I'm going to pull a bunch of these images out, and I'm not going to get to all of them, and I get that, but my idea is I just want to set them aside and have some options. So maybe this should be titled, Mermay options video or something like that. But next up is Magical Mermaid Kitties, and this is a Deborah Muller Zen Doodle book. And I actually don't pull from this very often. I don't know why, I just kind of don't. However, in looking at it, I've actually colored quite a few pages. This is the one I was kind of considering. And keep in mind, as always, I feel the need to, color as I, I don't know, as I'm in the mood, I guess. So I might color the ones I'm choosing or I might not, but I've actually done quite a lot in here. This was one that I used to take with me when we were camping, and just because the images were really, really easy. So that would be a fun one. Especially if I felt like I just had a little bit of time to kill or I didn't want to work on something too serious, that type of thing. Now, this one I actually did color in already for Merman, so I'm not going to show you that one, but there's lots of images in here to choose from, and I may very well come up with another one. That one's a neat one. I feel like I'm drawn to a lot of the portrait ones. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but oh, when I colored is behind here. You don't get to look at that, but beautiful images. And then she has another book. Actually, I think she's got several mermaid books, but here's, the other one that I have that's mermaid, and it's Mermaid Magic. And these, of course, are Selena Fennick books. And let's see here. This is the one that I thought was kind of cute here was this one. So I can see all different ways to do that. Really vibrant colors. I think that'd be really pretty. So that one. And then now I've got several mermaid coloring heaven issues. So let's see here. We've got, let me go ahead and adjust my camera real quick. Okay, this image, excuse me, this coloring heaven issue is the Little Mermaid special. And these are the designs of Fabiana Traoré, and I apologize if I've mispronounced, but I've seen her work in other coloring heaven specials, and I love them. She does a really beautiful job. This one I thought was pretty, just like a younger mermaid. I thought that would be, I don't know, something different to do. So that's a good one. And I liked this one as well. And just if I, was in the mood to kind of do more of a landscape type of picture, that would be a fun one. And then I have the Mermaid Special, and this one Oh yes, this is the designs of Anastasia Ellie Caldereva. Now you will have seen a lot of these in other coloring books, but especially if I wanted to do portraits, I feel like these would be really good. And again, with the circle, I can do an outside background or not. And the other one I really liked was this one. So clearly in this book, I was looking at the portraits. I thought that was awfully gorgeous. And again, lots of beautiful, vibrant colors. I love the barnacles on her. That's awesome. So the only thing I didn't care about for this book when I very first got it is that the images are really, really light, and that kind of bothered me, and it kept me from coloring it. Like, look at how light that is. But there's so many beautiful images. Wow, there's another little girl that's really pretty. Anyway, lots to choose from. And then Mermaid Special. Now, out of all of the Coloring Heaven mermaid editions, I'd have to say that this one is probably my favorite just because it has artists like, what does it say? Top 10 coloring artists from around the world. So there's lots of wonderful illustrators to choose from. But this one is from Ching Cho Kuik. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but I love this one. It almost has like an elven face, which I thought was different. And Mariella Budek, if I wanted just another, it's called Precious, and it certainly is precious. That one looks like it'd be pretty simple. And this one, I've never colored a Mystic Art Mirrors page before, and so I thought this one would be perfect for that. But in this book, there's lots of other illustrators. Don Davidson, if you're looking for just a sweet, maybe a little more simple look, more, in some ways, more realistic. And of course, Deborah Muller. I'm pretty sure these are from Miss Fantastic, if I'm not mistaken. Um, and then Matt Davidson. So anyway, lots to play with here. You could almost go in and choose one from each artist, really. Now, this one, oh my gosh, this one is so old. This is one of my very first coloring books. And the images, if you happen to peek at any of the ones that I've colored, you'll see that I did these when I didn't really know what I was doing. But it has a lot of memories attached to it, and actually a little bit of coffee too, because I did spill a whole cup of coffee on this. So it was a mess. Anyway, I really like this one. This one might be a nice one for Elm Colors summer palette. But yeah, lots to choose from here. Oh gosh, yeah. I've actually completed quite a lot in here, but like I said, not especially proud of them, but fond memories nonetheless. So anyway, that book from Coloring Haven. Now, this one is a new one to me, but it's an older book. It came out in 2017. And I was looking just so I could tell you guys, I don't see that it's in print anywhere. The only place I've been able to see these is on eBay and that type of thing to get a used copy. But I really like these images. They're real sweet and for the most part simple. I think this is kind of a neat little, I don't know. If you weren't in the mood to color the tail, it's a nice kind of half uh, version. That would be pretty. Let me go see what else. Oh, this one I chose because you rarely see, I mean, you could choose any, you could make a night sky out of any mermaid page, I suppose, but I really like this one just because it's specifically, a night scene. And I thought that would be a fun one to color. But yeah, lots of good images, lots of men in this one here and there, or boys. So lots of different options. Kind of a cool book. But yeah, I just barely got this one, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it. So that one, and then Mermaids in Paradise, of course. And this one, I like this one just because of, I think it's cute the way they're just sort of playing and going through the little circle here and round. I thought that was awfully cute. That one is one I'd really like to tackle. And these usually go pretty quick for me. I think because the paper's better, I don't stress so much about, bleed through, that type of thing. And they're only one-sided. So I tend to try mediums that I maybe normally wouldn't be able to use, and therefore they just seem like they kind of go quicker. This one, I'm always drawn to things with tortoises or turtles, I think because we have a tortoise. Some of you guys know Fred. So I'm always kind of drawn to those, but I thought this was really cute. So that one, and oh yeah, this one is another one that usually goes pretty quick for me. Mermaids and other sea creatures. Again, really good paper, and while it's not single-sided, I tend to have pretty good luck with putting most things on it, except for, of course, alcohol markers. You wouldn't want to do that. This one I thought was a nice one. I don't know. I know sometimes these are so tedious in the background, but for some reason that appealed to me. I could just see doing them all just a little bit different, like pretty much the same colors, but maybe all a little bit different. I thought that would be kind of some nice mindless coloring for the background. And then for her, gosh, I can picture, normally I'm probably not trying to do the orange hair, the red hair because of the, Little Mermaid. Um, but this one might be a good one for that one. Maybe this would be more of Elm Colors fall palette. That I thought that might work for that. Like the, oops, excuse me, the orange and dark orange and gold. As would this one, I feel like. Now this one, just because it has the owls in it, and I think of fall when I think of owls. And if you guys were watching my last video, I showed you a picture of one of the owls in our neighborhood. So you might want to go check that out because I don't know, he's kind of my buddy. Anyway, this one I thought was a nice one. And then I could do, it looks like she's probably washed ashore. So this could be like really, really light colored aqua water, and all the little feathers in the background. But yeah, I could see that being fall. So far I haven't chosen anything for winter, for her color palette for winter, but any of these, could work for that. It's just a matter of how you want to color them. This one is untouched. This was a gift, Oceans and Stars. It's an astrology coloring book by Lydia Fenwick, and I was really drawn to this one. I thought that was awfully beautiful. But again, you could choose, the whole front of this book is all mermaids, so you could easily choose any of these and go to town. I'm Taurus. Actually, my birthday is tomorrow. My birthday is on Mother's Day this year, so that would actually kind of be appropriate, wouldn't it? Maybe I'll change my mind. I'm not sure. Anyway, so that is it for the mermaid coloring books. The other thing I'm going to do, and I'm just going to grab the stack, but we're not going to go through it. I pulled out some books that I know will have something mermaidish in it. And so if I wasn't in the mood for any of those others, I certainly have other options with these. So I think this one probably only has one mermaid in it. But, if you were in the mood for a nautical sort of theme, regardless, I think any of these would work. And so I'll just keep those on my shelf, but set to the side just in case, because you just never know, at least for me, how my plans are going to morph during the month. I'm not one to make hard and fast plans, but I do like to have ideas. And so far, so good with the Mermay. I'm really enjoying myself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you see anything here that you'd like to buddy color, I know I'm always in the mood to have buddies reach out and color something. So let me know if there's something that you'd like to color, or if you have one of these books but you were thinking of a different page, I would be open to that as well. Just hit me up. And on either in the comments or over on Instagram, I'm Bobini4, the numeral 4. So anyway, take care. Happy Mother's Day, and we'll see you on my next video. Bye now.